reason that whatever remuneration comes to GMPC from oil that's drilled in Takoradi or wherever, you still get to benefit from it because it's a melting pot. So, the oil in the Keta Basin does not belong to the Keta people, it belongs to the country of Ghana. So hopefully we've clarified that. To re-energize the youth, we have to put, Mr. President, some kinds of policies in place that this organization transcends from just being a cultural organization that raises funds to benefit people back home. That's magical. However, when the kids are younger, you can bring them here. As they get older, it's going to become a lot more difficult to bring them into a weekend that they're thinking of either going to Ibiza, going to do something more cool, and all of that. You need a different arm, which would look into the young professionals, global thinkers of CEANA. They want to be cool. I'll give you a case in point, Kelly Klugerson. An amazing young man, a forward thinker, an amazing businessman with a freight forwarding business right here in Atlanta. When I told him I was coming out here, Auntie, what are you coming here for? CEANA. What is CEANA? Kelly should not have to ask that question. He should know. Because within CEANA, we have raised children that are movers and shakers. But CEANA is not benefiting from them. And if CEANA doesn't benefit from them, other people will. I am actually a bit shocked that Chelsea, Miss Universe Ghana, just having come back from Switzerland, come back from Milan, I said, Madam, please, you see, because now when you speak, you have to put a little bit of the please in there, otherwise they go the opposite direction. And the one thing you notice, they always do the selfies and always on their phones. That's good too. They're growing up at different times. When we grew up, there was no social media. So therefore, the charge to us was different. The society was a lot more sanitized. But I tell you, today, they need our help more than we realize. They need that discipline. They need us to talk to them, but differently. Don't talk to them telling them about your days. They honestly cannot relate to it. But talk to them with that nurturing that we have as African women, as African parents. They'll push back, you'll fight a lot, but at the end of the day, you'll gain a lot. Don't ask them, when are you getting married? It's not necessary. When they ask me the question, what do you think? I tell them, when you meet the person, you will know. That's all. They don't need that pressure. They have enough. They have enough coming from the global space. They have enough coming from the media. They need mentors. I cannot tell you how many young ladies walk into my office in Accra and they are broken into a million little pieces because they've had this unbelievable relationship that has gone south, that has broken them into all kinds of things. And I look at them in the face and I said, sweetheart, you were dating a narcissist. And this is real. They walk around with depression. So let's pay attention. We cannot stay in our own bubble and think that they will follow us because it's CEANA, because it's Ewe culture, because they love all of that, but they are living in different times. So while we encourage them about agribusiness with tech is not a walk in the park. I met a young man this afternoon who's trying to do a poultry business, and I always encourage business to be organic. Start small. You're better off making small mistakes than big mistakes. Because I tell you, the mistakes will be there from day one. He wants to do it with tech, with all of that. And you know, startups is a lot tougher. Seed capital is a lot tougher. Great ideas. Where's the capital? So I say this to say, support them, build with them, but some of the tenets of leadership that you must share with them, and which I must share with you, because we're all leaders in our own capacity, be it as a corporate leader, business leader, political leader, or what have you. What typically happens, if you don't have humility, you don't have integrity, you don't tell you a little bit about giving. Because giving is magical. But helping is not only magical, it's godly. To the regional minister of Volta, I want to applaud you for Hope being the cleanest city I've really set my eyes on. It's actually known today as the oxygen city in the world. Several years ago, and I give that credit to Mr. Klugeson sitting right there, I made a donation to Hope Polytechnic, engineering equipment to the tune of $400,000. But what those students did with that equipment was magical. And so pay attention. But pay attention to individuals and individual families, because every people don't complain. They hold it in. They even hold in their pain. I had an opportunity to go through the region this past season. And don't wait for someone to, you can identify a family that needs you. And believe it or not, $100 can change the life of a family. $200 can change the life of a generation. So pay attention. Just don't go on holidays. They don't have to be a family member. Find out the families that have brilliant children. We can build schools. But if we're not going that extra mile to say, does this kid have tuition? We're not completing the task. There is a student at the Whole Health Sciences University. He chased me down in Ghana. He's in medical school. And when he eventually, I think he had followed me on Instagram. I had not the faintest idea. But everywhere I went, all the way he came to the Kempinski, and when he tried to get close, for some reason, security would push him back. But to make a long story short, he eventually did. And I found out later on that he didn't have tuition, and he was going into second year of medical school. And quite frankly, I've adopted him, happily. He is an amazing child. But helping with his tuition is not enough. His story is also dismal. Therefore, I was on social media one day, and I noticed he had put on a post where he had attempted suicide. I asked him what happened, and I told him to come immediately to my office. which he did. The school did all the school protocols and the psychologist and the this and the that. And when he got to the office that Monday, and the first question I asked was, have you eaten? And he said no. I asked my staff to get him some salad, this, and you know what he said to me? He goes, Auntie B, this is the first time I'm ever tasting salad. I say this and I get goosebumps because we take way too much for granted. We go through like helicopters. Please pay attention. I would borrow from my favorite president, former President Barack Obama. Brick by brick, callous hand by callous hand. Ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Pay attention. Be intentional. Be intentional. The Honorable Speaker, Honorable Bagwin, is not here this evening. But as we all know, the men are the heads of the household. This is the Ewe household. The women are the neck. And you know what happens when you have a stiff neck. So we're happy with our position. We don't want to be the head. We just want to be the neck to support. And we want to be a good support. And so, as I close, I'm going to join hands with the Honorable Speaker to donate a match of $10,000 to the organization. I wish you well, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Merci à tous, and I hope that you have a phenomenal rest of the evening.
Can we give a round of applause, please? The Right Honorable Speaker set the bar by giving us $10,000 this morning. Our Honorable Guest Speaker and Keynote Address. Speaker tonight just wants to be the neck. $10,000, ladies and gentlemen. Can you put our hands together for her? We have quite a few donations this morning. We acknowledge all of them. Dr. Cujo was one of the first to give us $3,000 today. Not only did he give us $3,000, but this is his 7th year in giving us $3,000 each time. We had a table for him and the anti-gift, but somehow we